As told, this is a Taplay's YouTube channel. Welcome back to NFS Hot Pursuit, and welcome back to the Let's Play series. In a way, this is the final episode. Every time I do a final episode, it's because I want to talk about the experiences of this game. So, a bit of background of this game: 16th of November 2010 release date, and it's about a cop and racer situation thing, like cops versus racers, like street racing, and then you play as a cop to actually bust them, or vice versa. Like cops chase you, or you chase racers. So today I want to talk about the best cars, as well as the actual best things and worst things about this car. So we're going to talk about the racing series. There are 5 classes: Sport, Performance, Super, Exotic, and Hyper. And we are going to start with the Sport series. This one will be a bit surprising. I chose the Nissan 370Z Roadster. The Nissan 370Z Roadster is a 3.7 litre V6 Nissan sports car, 322 horsepower and 270 pound-feet of torque. Well, I got that right? Yes, I have. And so the reason why I chose it is it's the highest horsepower car in the class, I believe. I could be wrong. It's the lightest car in the class, so we know it's got a very quick acceleration speed. It's also a fun car to drive, and it's also very easy to drift. Why did I say it's easy to drift? Because, well, it is. Because it is a rear-wheel drive car, and also it is a like short wheelbase car, so very easy to drive. It won't feel like a boat, unlike a Nissan Skyline R33 in particular. Hinting to someone's car. I don't know if you would watch this video. I don't think this sort of content. But yeah, R33 hit into an R33 because that's a very long wheelbase car. It'd be really hard to slide around because it's slow. So that's why I chose the Nissan 370Z. I chose red, and we are using the Grand Ocean Road to test out the races, and we're also going to use Mission Beach to test out the cops. So we're going to be talking about the cops today as well. We're also going to talk about like the good stuff and the bad stuff. I might throw out if it's a very quick explanation, I might throw out like a pro and a con. And yeah, it's such a good looking car. This particular one has 8 kilometers on it. This is the same game I've downloaded. I'll leave a link in the description for you to download it. It's 100% complete, which means I've pretty much all but a couple of cars are unlocked, and every race is done. Just so you know that the I probably will not do the final race again, because as you know, in the Let's Play series I did fail the Let's Play. I mean, I didn't fail the Let's Play, I failed the last episode. I failed the finale because I wiped out. And I couldn't redo it, because I knew it was going to be a long race. I couldn't redo it, because, well, hey, I had a flying car like that. And I was too busy running away. So, yeah. So the Nissan 370Z is the sports car of the game that I've chosen. As you can see, it is going for a tickle right now, and the lights look good, and everything was good. The good thing about this game is like the scenery, which I will discuss a bit more thoroughly later on in this video, and like there's other stuff to talk about too. So that is a Nissan 370Z. We are doing a bit of a burnout, and we'll do a donut, so we can lead on to the next car, which is the Performance series. Now, should mention there were 7 cars that I had to choose from the Sport series, and well, I picked the 370Z for the reasons said earlier. The next series had 5 cars. No, 9 cars, excuse me, 9 cars. So Sports had 9 cars, sorry, 7 cars, this has 9. And the car that I chose for the Performance series was the BMW E92 M3, because I wanted to stick to the cars I experienced throughout the Let's Play, because the cars in the Let's Play were good to me. So the one that I chose was the BMW M3. One of the reasons because of the highest top speed out of all of them. That's a good thing too to note. If you want to outrun the cops easier, get a higher top speed car throughout the career, and yeah, and then that will absolutely help you. Especially if you're NOS, you can get extras. Especially if you have NOS, you can actually extend the top speed a little bit faster. So if you don't know what an E92 M3 is, which I don't think is many of you, probably got two of you don't know. It has a 4-litre V8 making 416 horsepower and 290 pound-feet. Yeah, 295 pound-feet. And I believe you can get this version of the M3 in a manual as well as SMG. I would not recommend the SMG if you are a car enthusiast, as well as you want this car as like an everyday driver, because the SMG gearbox is absolutely crap. It's send more green, which means send more money, in my opinion. So yeah, that's why I chose it, because it has the highest top speed, it has the best sound, I believe it looks nice, and also too, once again, due to its short wheelbase in the coupe variation, there was a sedan, and I believe there was a station wagon as well. If I remember, I think there was a station wagon, and I believe there was a sedan and the coupe. The coupe is the best looking one, to be honest. I honestly think this is the, yeah, that's why I honestly think it's the best car in the theme. As I do this last drift and crash into a wall and in through a tunnel. If that's not the scene to this video, I was because I'm reviewing the footage here. And yes, so that's why I chose the E92 M3. And since it's quick, I might quickly talk about a pro of this game, and that is the scenery. I believe the scenery of this game absolutely looks beautiful. Criterion Games, as you know, this is the first Need for Speed made by Criterion Games. I think this is the best one, to be honest, because it went downhill before they changed to Ghost, which is what their current publishers now with Need for Speed 2015, Need for Speed Payback, and Need for Speed Heat. So that's why I chose the scenery as a pro. Next up, we're talking about the Super Series. Now, I'm a Lamborghini fanboy, so I chose the Lamborghini Gallardo Superleggera for this task. There are so many Gallardos to choose from, each to their own. The Superleggera was the very best Gallardo. This has a very fast top speed. I think it has like over 200 miles. I think it's 205. I think, if I'm from memory, it's the lightest Gallardo out of all of them. Because Superleggera means super light, I believe, in Italian. Then again, yeah. Then again, Aston Martin used that in the DBS current version of the DBS, which is absolutely gorgeous car. If you have the money to buy an Aston Martin, like a new one, DBS is a beautiful, beautiful choice. And it's also very grippy. It's not the grippiest car in the game. I'll talk about that in the next category. And we also have, yeah, insane speed. Now, there is one drawback to the Gallardo in my honest opinion, and that is gears. As you can see down the bottom right, I'm in 7th gear. There was never a 2nd gear in a Gallardo, regardless if you had the E gear, which is a bad transmission, or you have the rare and elusive 6-speed manual. There is no 7-speed transmission, there's no dual clutch, and there's no 7-speed manual, or 7-speed at all. So that's why the Gallardo Superleggera was the best car, even with its wider setback, like it has 7 gears, but it really doesn't in real life. I honestly don't know why they did that. Probably they could have easily tuned the gears to just like the real Gallardo, per se. But hey, yeah, the game isn't the best realistic. I just crashed into an Audi, because Audi drivers are so bad. I've actually mentioned now too, I apologise for the lag throughout this video. I mean, my computer should not be lagging in this game, because this game is from 2010, my computer was built in 2014. And it's a proper gaming rig. So, yeah, that's the Gallardo. In Voda, if a car chose Voda, if a car usually go Horatio Borealis with a Gallardo, because of, in case you didn't guess it, the Stradman. Because the Stradman has a Horatio Borealis Lamborghini Gallardo, which is currently getting twin turbo, which has over 850 horsepower, as said on his Instagram. So, we are moving on to the exotic series. Now, this might come to a surprise. You have things like the Pagani Huayra, the Zonda, not the Huayra, the Lamborghini Repenton, the Lamborghini LP670, and the other cars. I chose the LP650. This is the car that I used the most in this Let's Play for the exotic series, excuse me. Because there's a big feed for it. That's because it is a grippy car, it is it looks good in that awesome greasy tailstone with orange accent pieces, as you can see right here. And you also have gorgeous looking body lines. So the Murcielago was a beautiful car back in the day, regardless if you had the VT. I prefer the LP640, I prefer the tail lights and the LP640 better than the VT. Congratulations to Jimbo's Garage or Savage Garage for getting his Murcielago. It's absolutely stunning car, even though it's a VT. But hey, it's still a Murcielago, isn't it? As you can see there, I've also demonstrated at the back where you come up and down at speed, which is absolutely amazing to see. Good detail criteria games and EA and whatnot. Very good detail. I was just looking at that whilst I'm filming this. And yeah, so I'm going to give you a bit of a pure sound of this. Enjoy the sound of the Murcielago whilst we wait for the next one. So I'm going to mute my microphone and I'm just going to let you listen to it. And this is probably the best sounding car in the game. Enjoy. And there you go. A little con for this is the fact that the tunnels don't echo. Like say for instance in Dirt Free, like if you're on the YouTube channel, my current Let's Plays Dirt Free, please feel free to go check it out. We're up to episode 15, no, episode 15 today, and I'll be filming this after this video. And yeah, the next my current focus on the channel. That's why I haven't been playing this game. And yeah, and as you can hear, the actual sounds don't echo. Last but not least, we have our Hot Pursuit. This may surprise you. There's things like the Veyron, or the McLaren F1, or the Koenigsegg CCXR edition that I've praised. My favourite car of this Let's Play for the Hyper Series was the Koenigsegg Agera. It's the best looking car in the whole game, in my opinion. I know the McLaren F1's in the game. I know, say, the Lemming, like I said, nice bit about the Murcielago, but I think the Agera was the best looking car. It's not the best sounding car, but it's the most beautiful looking car. And so the reason why I picked it, obviously the most beautiful car, like I said a million times before, the actual fact that this is the base car to what the fastest car of all time is, the fastest production car that is, currently, which is the Koenigsegg Agera XS, I think, or the RS, making 1500 horsepower, and it does a top speed of 274 miles an hour, I think, or 270, or 280, I don't know, because it was a world record car. And still the Chiron, technically the new Chiron doesn't count because that's a modified car. It's a modified version of a Chiron. If it was a real Chiron, like if it was a real Chiron doing testing, which it is going to be soon. And well, yeah. So going through the tunnel here, and my controller decided to disconnect, which is silly. And I was trying to press A or something like that. So that leads me to another pro of this game. The storyline. As you know, a good game has a really great storyline. This had a really good storyline. It's about like progressing through, trying to win against the cops, pretty much. And you have to level up 20 times. As there's 20 for cops, 20 for races, depending on which faction you decide to go with, because there is 2 factions. And yeah, so there's that. So that's the Koenigsegg Agera. And let's make sure I've written that down. Yeah, so great storyline. It gets another fight. Now we're going to talk about cars. There's traffic police, there's highway patrol, there is... Oh, hang on. Sorry. There is also rapid deployment, speed enforcer, and also special response. We're going to start with the traffic police unit. We have the Subaru WRX STI. Keep in mind the car selection is not going to be exactly the same as the races, because some cars aren't available or some cars are just generally better. I chose the STI. If you don't know what a Subaru WRX STI is, it's a 2.5 litre flat 4 engine making 296 horsepower and 300 pound-feet of torque, which is a very torquey boy. It is the best car in its era of cops because it's fast, it's all-wheel drive, it fits good grip, you can still drift it though, and also too, what else did I say? Yeah, it's fast, it sounds good, it's all-wheel drive, and this car never let me down in Let's Play. The only downside though, I wonder if it's going to do it. The only downside to this car is, as you can see on the bottom right hand screen in a moment, like the Gallardo, this has a 7-speed transmission. The car in real life has a 6-speed transmission, and you can only get it in manual, and that's still hopefully the case. Because as you know, Subaru, as you may have heard, Subaru and Toyota are partnering up to make the next Subaru WRX STI. Just like they did with the BRZ and GT86, which was a beautiful car. It was slow, but it was beautiful. It looked fast. It's a sleeper, pretty much. It's the opposite of a sleeper, whatever that is. Maybe that's yeah, I don't know. But yeah, this is a beautiful car. This is probably my favourite generation STI, like I've been saying in the Dirt Free videos. It's maybe my second favourite STI, my favourite being the Hawkeye STI. If you ask me what's my favourite STI, it's the Hawkeye. Second favourite will be the hatchback. I think the hatchback should come back, to be honest, because as you know, this is the only generation, I think it's called the G3, or yeah, G3 STI, or the GV STI is the only one that you can get as a hatchback, which is silly, but hey, it's a good looking car regardless, and that's why I get my pick. So moving on to the next car, which will be for the Highway Patrol. Now, I should mention too, there is a total, I keep forgetting to mention how many cars there are. I might do that at the end of the video to sum it up. There's a total of 66 cars in this game. That's a lot for a 2010. I mean, it's about. It's not. I mean, I should rephrase that. Sorry, it's not the most for like other cars on the competition, but it is not too bad. Like there's 9 in this sports series, and the fact that there's progression. Excuse me. The fact that there is progression is amazing. So the patrol car, the car I chose was the Shelby GT500, which might surprise you because the E92 M3's here. There's a reason for this. This car was a fun car to drive. It sounded at the best. I mean, the GT500 was available. Was the GT500 available as the performance car? I don't think so. So, I think it was the Super Stake and the Super Series. So the reason why I went GT500 because well, the GT500 was used part of an upgrade for roadblocks, and also too it had good performance, good speed, good things like that. And if you have a different opinion to any of these cars selections, this is just my opinion. Please let me know down in the comments below. It sounds the nicest in the whole category, and also too it's easier to drive. Then again, Mustang drivers might think differently because they like to crash into crowds. That's the only Mustang joke. Don't panic. That's the only Mustang joke. And yeah. Also, too, another personal preference is because another YouTuber, it may start with S and ends with Trip Speed 717. Has given away a car just like this, a 2012 GT500 fun fact, in black, and that car was awesome. I wish he kept that car, didn't give it away, and gave away a different car. But hey, he did. Oh, I almost crashed into that Frontier or Navara. Oh, did you guys see the 2020 Nissan Navara right away? Frontier? I mean, not Navara. It's sad that can't get that truck in a manual where you're stuck with a 3.8 litre V6 and automatic. And then 2021 might be the next year for the Frontier. I'm not too sure. Because the Frontier's been around since 2007. They should upgrade that truck, so they need to upgrade that truck so bad. Anyway, that's the GT500 as I pretend to crash into a ground. The next car we're going to talk about is the Rapid Deployment. Now, this will come to no surprises because it's a similar choice that I did to the actual car from. What am I talking about? It's a similar pick to what I picked for a car in the Racer series, which is the car from the Super series, and that would be the Lamborghini Gallardo Superleggera. This is the cop car I use for pretty much every. This is for every race in the cop series, which is absolutely something else. Like, I mean, I rarely use the other cars. I always went for LP570 because it's the highest horsepower, it's fast, 201 mile an hour top speed. It's not 205, it's 201. Obviously, it can go over with nitrous, and I believe it's the best looking car in the actual whole game. No, it's not. Why am I saying that? It's the Koenigsegg Agera. It's the best looking cop car in the cop series too, in the Super series. But, however, or Highway Patrol, whatever it is, it's Rapid Deployment. However, this car still has a 7-speed gearbox, which is not really listed, just like the Subaru did. Every Lamborghini Gallardo has this. Criteria, if you're watching this, learn your cars. I'm just kidding. You made a really good game, which I will discuss about the pros and cons later. So I might talk about, because I've already discussed this car, I might talk about another pro, which is lots of cars. Even though I said it wasn't a lot compared to their standards, but the choice is like not stuck to say one brand of car. It has lots of different brands of cars, lots of different versions of cars. It's kind of like Gran Turismo 4 in a way, where you have like 20 Skylines that you can choose from, like R33 GTR, like different body kits and whatnot. This has the similar thing but with different versions of the car, like different power ratings and things like that. I thought that was pretty cool. Like the Gallardos, there's so many Gallardos, as I've discovered in the previous episode. I think there's like 6 Gallardos. There's LP550 Spider, the 560 Spider, there's the LP550 Valentino Barbodi, the 560, the Superleggera, and I think there's also a Spider Performante. I'm not too sure. But, yeah. So that's another good reason why. Okay. I'll discuss the cons at the end of this video. We crashed the Lamborghini, poor me. And we will talk about the next car for the Cop line, which is a Speed Enforcer. Now, this is also will be another surprising car. Every time it gets to the 4th tier, it gets pretty surprising. It's similar to a car I picked again, except a little bit different. I chose the Lamborghini Murcielago LP640 for this one. As you can see right there, there's all the other cars. There's the FV. This Let's Play hasn't unlocked it, but the best one in my opinion was the LP640. There's a reason for that. It's similar reasons to the LP650. It's also I've got a feeling, but I feel like this cop car was the best handling car in the whole Let's Play for cops. It has straight. It has definitely very, it was definitely very grippy. It's very good handling, very easy to steer, very easy to drift. Even though in real life it may feel like a boat, but in this game it felt like a little, it felt like a go-kart. And here we go. So the Murcielago LP640 is the choice. It's not really much more to say. Enjoy some pure sound. Yeah, because we have anything wrong again. It sounds amazing. Enjoy it. Whilst I crash into a wall. There you go, that's the sound of the LP640. And yeah, that's why I chose it for the best car. As you can see too, the bat wings still work. Again, I don't notice that in the Let's Play. As you know, I kept playing as an on-the-nose camera. Because I can see like exact positioning or not, because there's no cockpit view. I might start with the cons now. Actually, no, we won't, because we're about to end this one, so we won't start with that yet. Next up, we're going to talk about the special response, which is, again, will surprise you, yet it's another similar choice. I chose the... We'll see in a minute, because this video is not really real cut at all. So we'll see what the last one is, and that would be the... Excuse me. The Koenigsegg Agera. Now, there are awesome cars like the C6R edition, the Veyron, and the F1, like I said in the racer videos. The reason why I chose the Koenigsegg Agera is because it is a good looking car. Like I said in the racing videos, it's exactly the same reasoning. It is good looking, it's fast, it's probably the fastest car in the game. I know the Veyron has like 1,000 horsepower, but I feel like because this car is purposely built out of carbon fibre, I believe. Whilst the Veyron's got a huge body panel and all that. I might say the Veyron's not fast, it's not the fastest car in the game. At least I don't think it is. I think the Koenigsegg definitely is because it's lightweight and whatnot. I mean, it's a gorgeous car. And I crashed into the guardrail there. It is a gorgeous car, and that's simply it. Gorgeous, it is fast, and it is a great handling car. And it can catch up to racers very quickly, so you can get in for the bust if you need so. Or if you're a racer car of the Agera, you can catch up to easily. Right, so that's going to be it for the car section of this game. I'm going to talk more detail into the pros and cons. Starting with the pros, so I've already mentioned some of them. First of all, scenery. The scenery of this game is absolutely amazing. You get breathtaking views with the beaches, the sea, through the forest, and everything like that. It's a beautiful game. If you're looking for a beautiful scenery looking game, definitely check out NFS Hot Pursuit. Next up, there are lots of cars. I say lots of cars loosely because there's lots of variations of cars. Whether if you want a Chevy Camaro to a Koenigsegg Agera, there are good choices, such as, and also too, I didn't write this down, is also good progression. You start with like basic sports cars, then you move on to the hypercars like at the end. We don't get that nowadays, especially with Forza Motorsport. You get cars like the Lamborghini Huracan, it's like the first car in Forza Horizon 2, that's the first car you ever drive. Or in Horizon 4, the first car you ever drive is a McLaren Senna, for example, just to put some out there. Those are great games by the way, but hey, it's the truth. The cons, however, there are 4 cons that I'm going to list. First of all, there are no cops or racers in free roam. That would be a good idea to change the free roam a little bit up a bit. As you know, I rarely use free roam because it's boring. Because of this, there's no, you can't bust racers, you can't bust cops, you can't do anything, or you can't get chased by cops. You have to play the career mode to do that. Or I believe all the log recommend says something, I don't know. Also too, number 2, this is a big thing for me, and if this was a 2020 game, I would not buy it because of this for some reason. There is no manual transmission. Now, that's a funny thing because in 2002, EA had NFS Hot Pursuit 2, which is probably my favourite Need for Speed of all time. For some purposes, there's a special car in there, I'm really liking it. I drive a lot. And the fact that this game has no manual support is a step backwards in my opinion. Like, I mean, they've just introduced manual transmission support in their recent Need for Speed games, more steering wheel support. And that's brings me to number 3. The bare steering wheel support. As you know, in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, the early Let's Play episodes, I used my steering wheel. Turns out, it started to play up, and then it decided to die at me pretty much. So I decided to switch to a controller. And if you want to play this game, controller's way better than a steering wheel. Changed my mind. And last but not least, there is no cockpit view. Like there was never been a cockpit view in a Need for Speed game since Need for Speed Shift 2 at least anyway. Which is a 2011 game, which came out after this. So I honestly don't know about that too. So anyway, overall, I would like to give this game a rating out of 6 out of 10 compared to the 2019 racing game, which I'll compare it. It's not a lot that came out last year, but hey, I am very appreciative of this fee. Do I recommend it? Absolutely. If you're looking for a cheap racing game, you can probably buy it for $8 now or something like that on Origin, which is where I bought it. I bought it for $8, which is an insane deal. And yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a like down below. I hope that gives you an idea of what I liked about this game. If there's anything you want me to do in this game, I'm out of ideas. If you want me to redo the final, I'll gladly do it. That will be a one race event though. And yeah. So that's it for Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Now, in a couple of hours later, we have episode 15 of Dirt 3. And we'll be finishing Dirt 3 this weekend. Ready to start the 2012 Let's Play on Wednesday. That's the goal, is to get the Let's Play done on Wednesday. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. That's the end of Dirt 3. Like, comment, subscribe, do anything like that. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.